Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the pilot episode of the One Thing Show Pod. I completely forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay. I am your resident LA gay, Daniel Alexander, and this is my co-host, Enoch Miller.
Hi, I am Enoch Miller, your Empress West Hollywood. And when a queen ain't enough, you can always call an empress. So thank you guys for tuning into this pilot episode. Yes. This is exciting.
Yes, and I fucked up that intro, and he's really that gay in person.
Oh, gayer, and it's 50 shades of all of it. So.
Oh my God. So I bet you're wondering what we're doing here. So according to the comments, as of late, I am a wannabe pop star, and I make a mean latte. But that's neither here nor there. And if you don't know, which you probably do, I am the infamous person who does the gay names. Ding, ding, ding.
She's our ding boy.
Gay jobs, gay names, gay this, and gay that. I do it all. But so basically, we're just going to focus today on, we're just going to talk about the comments and social media and everything that goes on in LA. Obviously, it can be the best place on earth, but it can also be the most evil place.
Yeah, exactly. But one thing you guys need to know is, who the heck are we? Like, it's really easy to see stuff on social media and see stuff online, but the hardest thing to really do is understand who the people are that you're talking to. So just to get a little bit about us, I'm originally from the Midwest, bounced around all over, and now here in Los Angeles, almost 12 years next year.
That's crazy.
It is nuts. And started doing the whole Empress of West Hollywood thing just before the pandemic. So I did that for 5 years, did a little through the pandemic. Pandemic got crazy and work got important. So, but we are here today with the incredible Daniel. And Daniel,
Not
about yourself.
incredible.
Come on.
Also, if you've never been to LA, this is a good introduction. All the sirens and everything outside.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody died. Who knows? It's so I am Daniel. I won't give out my government name, but I'm Daniel Alexander, which is kind of my government name. That's also my middle name.
It's like half of it.
Yeah. And it's true. Like, a few people in the comments called me a wannabe pop star, and that is absolutely the reason why I moved out here. And if you're wondering, I do have music recorded and I have all of those things, but I don't know. It's just like I kind of found a little bit of success on TikTok. Then it translated into Instagram. Sorry if my eyes are crazy, by the way, guys. Like, this is my first time doing this, so just have some grace. And yeah, I found a little bit of success doing that. And I was like, you know what? Why not do a segue into a podcast where we can talk about how we feel about things? I feel like as a friend group, we're always sitting around discussing like the psychology of being gay, if you will, because it's very complex. And I was like, let's put this on camera and talk about something that matters.
And it's really interesting too, because when with a dynamic like Los Angeles and a huge city, I mean, a lot of people don't realize, I mean, LA County is 10 million people. It is 88 cities. There is a lot that happens and goes on around here. And it's also really exciting because you're never bored. There's always something to do, always someone to see, and it always is really an interesting hub.
Or someone to do.
Or
someone to do.
But she's not wrong. But like, really, it's a crazy place because it just, possibilities are literally endless. And a lot of people obviously come here to start their careers, try to make it somewhere, actor, actress, musician, wannabe influencers. Oh, I hate that word. But also, it just really is interesting to see that.
Influencer?
I called her nothing.
Oh my God. Excuse me, 11 million. It's not wannabe, okay?
I wasn't talking about you specifically.
I'm doing gay names. It's very important work. It's the Lord's work, actually.
It's the Lord's work. Yeah. Our Lord and Queen, Beyonce. But it really is. It's a fascinating city. And when you really get into it, it's kind of cool to see all the dynamics that split up between around it. And both of us living in the very close. Well, I live in West Hollywood and he's West Hollywood adjacent.
Oh my God.
Which is queer mecca of all this community. And it's really fascinating. But also, it can be shady as hell.
Shady's not the word. Speaking of shady, well, it's insane because I don't know. I expected like some hate to come along with it. Mm-hmm. But the reason why this episode kind of just like falls so fresh is because, like I said, I've gone viral before. Mm-hmm. But then as we all know, the iconic, the very controversial Drinks for Gays post. Which, mind you, I found out about that post. I was drunk as hell.
Like a week ago, right?
On the patio of High Tops. Oh, yeah. I think it was Friday. Was it Friday?
It was Friday.
It was Saturday. I'm not sure.
It was Saturday morning, Friday night. It was. There was a few things happening there pre-Christmas. Like right before Christmas, the eve of Christmas Eve.
And you wouldn't believe the presents I opened in the morning. I mean, people in these comments like ripping me apart. There were guys that like I went on a date with prior to the pandemic who I don't even remember. Like, don't even remember who they are. Like coming after me, crusading this whole like hate bandwagon. And it's just, it's interesting to me, like how you're going to take time out of your busy day to knock somebody down. And the whole gag is that I don't take myself seriously.
No.
Like if you think that me pointing up and down at like 3 gayest, whatever it is, like something that I go to bed at night thinking about, I don't. In fact, most of the time, I'm texting him being like, girl,
give me 3 things.
Give me 3 things.
3 things right now about this.
Yeah.
Wait, how's it go? About this, and about this.
Oh, baby, don't make me have to clear the runway out, okay? No, I actually message him a lot for like a lot of the ideas. And yeah, it's just a vehicle. And like, here we are and we have a podcast and like, it's so interesting to me how everyone is just like hating on each other and like throwing acid in like each other's faces. And that's so crazy because as gays, we're ostracized, right? I mean, it's definitely getting better. But nobody ostracizes the most like gays on other gays.
Oh, absolutely.
And
you see that a lot. And it was so funny because when I used to interview people, especially from like musicians and artists, they would say it was like, especially queer men, they would say it was the one thing they noticed the most was the hate they would get from other gay men. And they're just like, I'm here to represent you and you don't like me.
Right.
Like I think it stems from so many different things. A lot of it can be either internalized issues you've had as kids, stuff that other societal things that come into it, which happens all too often, but like a little bit of weirdly self-loathing that you put and project. And God, you give someone a screen and a keyboard and they say atrocious things.
No, it's visceral.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
And you would never say these things to my face. Like, I mean, and I'm sure like most of them, it's because I didn't give you the time of day. And don't listen, like, I'll put it to you this way. Like, LA is a dirty, rotten place sometimes, but I am part of the problem, right? I think we've all been part of the problem.
Yes, Taylor Swift, you are.
No, like, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. No, but I mean, seriously though, you know, it's crazy. I was dating this older guy one time, and he like had this whole lecture to me about like dating in LA and things of that nature. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying.
But and he said something really interesting to me that I loved, and I kind of held on to it. He was like, "Look, like, I'm not saying I'm not part of the problem." He goes, "I do certain things. I've ghosted people. I've done, you know, I haven't been upfront with my feelings and stuff like that. So again, like, I'm not going to sit here and act like mightier than thou. Like, I am part of the problem. I do those things, but I do my best to be conscious of the mistakes that I make. And I'm very, very quick to apologize. In the past, when I have ghosted someone or anything like that, like, I will always come up to them at a bar and like apologize or just be like, hey, like, I'm really sorry I did that. Yeah. You know, and I think there's like a real lack of empathy in the city.
There can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, it's because everyone has their own issues. Everyone has their own struggle. Everyone's dealing with their own stuff. It's a tough city just to make money and survive and just get through the day, much less try to pretend to be someone. I always tell people like that come here that are like, oh my God, LA is so amazing. You know, like, it is, but it's also like one giant Instagram filter. You just sometimes don't really know what you're getting at face value until you kind of dive a little deeper. And then you start seeing, oh no, that person isn't bubblegum and nice and all these things.
You're a dumpster fire.
Yeah, no, yeah. You're what was that really bad one where it was just like the ocean caught on fire because a tanker spilled? That level of catastrophe. Like, they are just tragic.
No, and it's like it's giving very Inventing Anna here. Like there was this one guy that I dated, I swear to God. I'm not gonna say his name obviously, but it was during the pandemic. And when I tell you, he lied about everything. Everything. And the crazy part is that I was like an hourly employee at fucking Healthy Spot. Oh, yes, the dog food place. We gotta do what we gotta do out here.
Okay, first of all, love our pets. Love our pets. I mean, Healthy Spot's cute.
The fact that I said that name, though, now he's gonna know I'm talking about him.
Good. Oh, you're welcome.
I love that. No, he just like lied about everything. And then on top of it, like, I didn't even have that much money, spent all my money. Like, there was one time we were at the Abbey and like the bill came and he literally was like, didn't even ask, nothing. He just like brushed it over to me, like his portion of it. Thanks, Daddy. I'm like, I think I make less money than you. why am I paying? And like a dumbass, I pay for it. And I think that like all of that has like really hardened me.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, with dating, with guys, like I think now I'm like on the opposite side of the spectrum where I'm a lot harder on the guys that I date. I can be kind of a bitch.
Okay, we're going with
I mean,
kind of a
it's
bitch.
not even that. Like, God, if like a guy walks up to me and hits on me at a bar, I'm just like, oh, what do you want?
It's actually he's
Like-
actually very true. He's typically very nice, but like he does have this. It's like where you see the initial look on his face where he's just like, "Hi, how can I help you?" Like it's trying to be like, again, a nice person, but also like, I'm here with friends. I don't know you. Do I want to know you?
Right,
and
exactly.
It's also kind of like weirdly, and again, I'm not calling her a celebrity. Love her, mean it. I am not boosting that ego any more than it needs to be.
Oh my God.
But like when you come up to people that are recognizable in the community, you learn a level of tact of like, when is it appropriate to approach someone that you've either seen on social media or even actors and actresses. Like there's a way to learn how to do it and to be respectful, but also respect the fact that there are people too. But they do need their space. And a lot of times some people do not understand. They get either starstruck or they just don't give two craps. And they're just like, I'm going to go up to this person in the middle of their conversation while they're having a drink with 4 of their friends and just insert myself. And it can be a little daunting sometimes where it's like, and I've been starstruck before. Like I kind of was a mess when I first met Lady Gaga and was like crawling other people.
But you know the
Mickey's.
comments are gonna be like, he's not Lady Gaga, girl. Like they're gonna eat me alive for this whole entire conversation.
No, but
like,
again,
don't do it.
But again, it's like we've all been there where we've kind of like lost it a little bit. I've even done that a few times on a few TikTok people that I follow that I like really enjoyed and saw them out at a bar once and was just like, oh my God, I love you. And they're like, thank you. And it's like, you kind of got to learn where your boundaries are and also to respect others.
No, 100%. But it's my face, honestly. It's just my face in general. Like, because everyone that like actually meets me and I talk to, they're like, oh my God, like you're so kind. Like I thought you were going to be like an asshole. And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's the earrings, the fade. I don't know what it is, but like, it's definitely not me. Like I'm not an asshole because like I am nice to anyone that comes up to me. Like there was this one guy who was a flight attendant. This was like 2 months ago. The sweetest guy. It's fucking giant. I was like, jeez.
So
he was just like, oh my God. Like he was like, I just wanted to come up to you and just let you know, like, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you, that I just love your TikToks. And I was like, oh my God, no. And we hung out for the rest of the night. He's like, come with us to the app. And not like that, girl.
No, I just was like, oh, okay. Like, no, it's just like, again, usually you're just like, okay, thanks, appreciate it. And then you're just kind of like, you never see them for the rest of the night. So like, I'm surprised, but no, it really
Maybe I
is
made out
that.
with him a little bit, but
A little bit. Okay.
this is a long time ago.
Right.
This is a long ass time ago. It's like when I first blew up on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a while ago.
And that's what happens though. Sometimes like you can be, especially with TikTok has really blown people up.
Yeah.
And like people that you never knew 5 days ago, and it literally takes one video and all of a sudden 60,000 people know who you are.
One video.
One, yeah.
Literally just one.
And no, but like for you, what was like, because again, that is what happened to you. What was that experience first like when you started seeing all the other stuff you had done, and then now, oh crap, people know who I am and people are talking about me.
Well, I will have to say I credit my ex-boyfriend for this. He worked in social media and now he doesn't know who the hell he is, because I did start TikTok while I was with him.
Okay.
I told him, I said, look, like I have to blow up on the internet. So I'm not gonna lie. Like at first, I don't feel like I was being super organic. Like I was trying to blow up.
Right.
And I treated it like a full-time job. I had days that I filmed, and it was like, looking back at some of that content, I'm like, oh, this is so cringe. I mean, and I'm still cringe. That's fine, you know what I mean? But whatever, like.
But you're monetized cringe now.
Right. Right. It's giving 11 million cringe, and that's totally fine with me.
Perfect. Party.
So, but no, I was like really, really trying, and I remember like when I got 6,000 views for the first time. Oh my God, girl, I thought I was in it to win.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was killing it. 6,000 views. You can't tell me nothing. I'm a bad bitch. Okay. And then I don't know, like literally that ding ding. No, actually, I don't even think it was a ding ding. I blew up with like 12K first, and then I was like, oh my God, it's happening. You know, and then now I look at that and I'm like, oh, that's a flop. You know?
But it's the thing. It's like it's really interesting how that transitions and how you can go from something that, yeah, you didn't realize it. I remember the first time I ever did that with one of my interviews, and I'm like sitting there going like, no one's gonna see this crap. No one cares who I'm talking to. It's like and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 stuff's like that, and like, oh, you're the Empress. I'm like, Wait, you know my weird ass little
the
name?
Empress, honey.
Oh yeah, she is fully self-appointed, self-proclaimed, self-inaugurated, like all of it. It was a joke my ex came up with once of like, because we didn't want to say like the Queen of WeHo because there are a lot of queens in West Hollywood, and
a lot.
and so the joke is, no, you're not a queen, you're a step above a queen, you're an empress, and it kind of like that's how it began. But it was funny because once I started consistently putting out content that was recognizable, and then I started getting actual interviews with people that had names for themselves, it's like,
Right.
oh no, like people pay attention and they listen to everything you say. Everything.
Well, and that's the lesson that I learned recently, because like people are bringing stuff up in these comments about shit from like 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like a baby. I wouldn't say baby gay, you know. I mean, I'm still very young. But
sorry, do we have water to flush out that bullshit?
No, like stuff that I don't even like that guy, like he felt, and he said that he went for drinks with me, and that I shamed him for being a flight attendant. First of all, shout out to all the flight attendants. Y'all always give me free shit.
Yeah.
I love you all.
Are some of your best friends flight attendants? Sorry.
Baby, no, I love the flight attendants. I would never shame you for having a job. Like, let's talk about the way they shame me for having been a barista. Like,
yeah,
you're shaming me for working, and then there's like this whole like thing online about like me not paying my own bills, and like I have some guy that's like paying my. I'm like, who? Holmes.
Are we supposed to
Baby.
wait? Is this where we put in the Shangela clip where it's
Girl.
like, I never had a daddy, sugar daddy, never had a
No,
sugar
Juliet was telling me the other day. She was like, "You offered me money one time." I said, "No, exactly. I'm the damn daddy."
Right.
That's why I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. So
it's the beard.
No,
No, Juliet's the beard. Your beard.
Sit on my face. No, it's just like, and I learned that lesson. It's just people have like their own made up idea of you, and it's just like reading those comments from people. Like, I would never shame someone for being a flight attendant, but I will say the lifestyle doesn't work with kind of like what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that I'm needy. Yeah, let me pan to the camera. I'm needy as hell. Like, it's no shade. I love a flight attendant. Some of them are really cute, and I love that. Give me the free vodka. Give me all the free shit. But the thing is that like I can't have my man being gone all the time like that. No. Like, it is like I'm not toxic needy, but I'm needy.
I'm not gonna say it's a red flag, but it's one of the ones you need to like. It's a yellow flag because, girl, 8 a.m., 9 a.m. if he's drank the night before on Saturday morning.
No, I'm needy with my friends too.
I have texts, I have video calls, I have FaceTimes. I have, girl, where you at? What you doing? What's going on? What's that? I always tell him he's the ex-boyfriend I never wanted, and it's just like, it's crazy because like it's not a bad thing, but. She's a Taurus. And it's just, it's one of those things where it's just like they require attention. And it's not an ego thing. It's not anything crazy. It's just like, that's what what's the love language thing? It's like your love language is like
attention.
Yeah, like, if that's what it is.
That's why I always tell people, like, if you feel like I'm not giving you anything, it's like, baby, I spend all my time with you.
Yeah.
So like, you don't understand and how I am about my time. Because I don't do anything I don't want to do.
Oh,
like,
that's right.
I don't hang out with anyone I don't want to hang out with. We all know this. I will roll my eyes. I will give you dirty looks all day and night long. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
I don't know. Yeah.
But no, that is my love language. It's like wanting to see you. Let's hang out. Let's go get drinks. Let's do that. Sometimes we're drinking a little too much, but you know, I digress. Because, I was supposed to go out for a few drinks on Christmas, honey, and I called out the next day. So
no, we both did, and I was barely living.
Who were them people that I was hanging out with anyway? That friend group that we met at gym?
I don't remember who it was.
I don't know.
Oh, it was my kickball guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, anyway,
yeah.
well, I guess they're my kickball guys too now. I don't know, but like they were like, no, just stay with us. It's fine. And like y'all went to the Abbey. I don't know.
No, we went. Girl, you go to Abbey. We went to beaches.
Not us doing. No, you went to. You guys said that you were going to the Abbey first.
Oh, I don't remember. Again, anyway, I blacked out from Motherload, so I don't remember what I was doing.
Oh my God.
I was present. I showed up.
Oh my God, we are WeHo Queens.
No, we're not. Yes, we are.
We're doing all this free press for all the bars.
That's where we live. That's our that's honestly, our church. That's gospel.
No, drop the booking fee.
Drop the booking fee.
Oh, I gotta make some of that money that I spent out there back. Okay?
Right. I mean, we should really take out stock because I'm pretty sure we have an investment in several. You have an investment in Abbey. I have several investments in Mickey's and Gym Bar.
Oh my God, I know.
Maybe Revolver
that's why
too.
When that guy Tristan bought it, like I almost DM'd him and I was like, "Hey, can I live in that little apartment that's up there?" You know, like when you're in line, a little.
Yes, the little.
was like, can I rent that from you?
But it's crazy because it's really, it's so funny. People are always like, y'all drink too much, you go out too much, like all that stuff. I mean, yes, but I have met some of the most amazing people also from around the world. Like, a lot of people don't realize how many people come, not just to Los Angeles, to West Hollywood. Like, there is millions of people that come to the greater Los Angeles area for obviously like Hollywood, Walk of Fame, stuff with like seeing the signs, seeing all the movie stuff, like all the trends, Santa Monica, like all the trendy stuff. But they come to WeHo because it's where literally you want to have a party, West Hollywood.
Well, I mean, it's also like the mecca like of the United States, I feel like.
I mean, it's the mecca of the West Coast. I mean, I won't shade New York. New York is the mecca of the East Coast.
Girlies are gonna come for me now. Like, you know, what did he just say? The West Coast. And I'm from the East Coast. Well, I mean, that's debatable. I'm from Miami, which I don't think I got around to that. Yeah, I'm born and raised in Miami.
But you're from Florida?
Girl, I'm not from Florida.
What?
I'm from Miami, honey.
Which is in what city?
I am a Cuban from Miami, and that's
State?
what it is. I don't.
Geographical location?
No, it's like North and South Carolina. It's not giving that.
This is my favorite thing to do because it's like, and I swear to God, I've seen so many videos of this of people that will say, "You're like, oh, you're from Florida," and the dirtiest look they will give you of like, "I'm sorry,
does this look like I was born in Ocala? I don't think so." Y'all from Ocala, you know what it is. Because the people in Ocala, they trying to get out too. So, I know I'm going to get canceled for that.
I don't know. Of course I'm
Oh, he hates on small towns. No, girl, I just hate on Florida.
I'm pretty sure 49 other states agree with you on that one. So.
Right, yeah.
I'll take that back. Maybe 48 because Texas might be standing.
This is the one thing the gays in the comments will agree with me on. Yeah. They're like, yeah, okay, he made points.
Yeah, seriously. But it is like, I mean, our community is in the West Hollywood area, is in the nightlife, is in that stuff. I mean, that's where I spent so much time. It's where I spent a lot of time when I worked in parts of the city. And it's just, you find so much community there. Yep. And also a lot of people do have some presuppositions about Los Angelinos or Angelinos being very like uppity and like rude and like stuff like in your face kind of thing, which they can be, but I have literally found
not natives though.
No, not natives.
Not natives, but the people who, you know, the hot guy in Idaho that moves here.
Yeah.
He turns into a different version of himself.
Well, because again, they think they're hot shit coming here and like, oh, I live in Los Angeles now, but it's like you get the ones that are genuine and nice or that have lived here long enough to have like, I feel like if you've lived here at least 2 years in this city, you can make it anywhere else. Like you can establish it in a big town and you can survive a big town. If you can at least 2 to 3 years, once you're doing that, you're set.
It's crazy because my mom, she has a saying. Before I moved here, I had never lived. I mean, yeah, like I lived in Orlando, which that's Florida, baby, and I did live there. But she always used to say this thing, like, you know, once you move away from home, pay your own bills, figure out how to pay your own things, and have and you do that for 3+ years. You can be dropped in the middle of anywhere and make it. Yeah. And that's honestly the way that I feel. Because now, like, LA to me, like, this is like my playground now.
Oh, absolutely.
But when I first came here, I was a hot ass mess. I mean, I still looked cute, but I was a hot ass mess. Maybe my eyebrows were done a little too much, but
a Latina has it too tweezed. What? No, was she looking at a cholita?
Baby, no. It was giving Miami.
It was giving Miami.
No, it was giving Cuba. It was giving backwards hat, like chain. Like I was looking like a little papacito. All that.
Chino. Anyway.
But yeah, no. It's like once you make it in one place, you can kind of live anywhere. Like I'm not intimidated by moving away. Drop me in the middle of London, I will figure out a job. Yeah, all that stuff.
It's really amazing because it builds a sense of resiliency into you. And especially is also being queer out here too as well. A lot of people think it's like, oh, it's very accepting, it's very liberal, it's that. It is, but then you get other places like you'll get Glendale, you'll get stuff like Burbank, you'll get stuff like some of these other areas that are a little more outskirts of the main area.
What's wrong with Glendale?
Nothing's wrong with Glendale. However, talking about hate, I did an interview once with Glendale Out, who is the LGBT organization out there that's putting on their pride events and their pride stuff throughout the year and during, I forget which month they do. I want to say July, but I'm not.
This is the Glendale Pride that you.
Yeah. Okay. So I was interviewing the founders with that, and oh my God, someone took the video, taught all the stereotypical BS you hear about. And like I have, I think 31 screenshots of comments.
From you doing what? Just an interview?
Just an interview telling them about what they're doing for Pride. They were doing a zine with like some cool art collaborations. They did an art installation that was a physical one, not just a pamphlet. A bunch of other stuff they were doing. They were doing stuff for education for the community and for like going to the schools and educating the schools and like doing stuff there for their what are those stuff the schools do? It's the
like a fundraiser?
No. The groups they have that are there that are actually like
like PFLAG and stuff.
That's the stuff with the parents, but like the stuff the kids do at school, they have their
like Gay Straight Alliance.
Yes, Gay Straight Alliance stuff. So it was specifically actually going there to kids that are already doing this stuff, and all these parents and all these people and all this stuff are doing like this very stereotypical crap of like, I had someone even use the hashtag like try that in a small town. From that whole
try what though? Interviewing somebody?
Don't being queer. Just like it's or someone asked like said, hey, we should turn Glendale back into a sundown town. Like you think people are vicious, and this is again in Los Angeles County in California, a very liberal, like blue Democrat liberal. Like people aren't always as accepting of the queer community as you expect, and it was a bit of surprise to me on some instances. We're just figuring out. Oh my gosh, people are visceral. And on one side or the other, whether it's hate comments or whether it's like actually people coming for your community, it can be a little scary.
No, for sure. I mean, it's crazy because I never thought in LA that we would still have like
Absolutely.
hate going on in the street. But it is funny because like a while ago, I like was like holding this guy's hand, like just being cute. And somebody like yelled out from a moving car, "That's a man, that's a man." I'm like, yeah, bitch, I fucking know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm aware. And it was like, I'm like, why are we like, this is Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? You know what I mean? And it's like, you still get stuff like that even in LA.
Yeah.
And that still boggles my mind because I'm not used to it. You know what
well,
I mean?
and I think a lot of it tends to be like, we still have issues with stuff with like religion, of people being like very religious around this area too. There's lots of Catholics, lots of Christian areas around here. Also, some people like, again, like both of us are Hispanic-ish or Latino of some descent, and there's still some very like toxic masculinity issues when it comes to Hispanic culture and what people consider masculinity to be, and it happens a lot around here. There's a huge, obviously, Latino community out here. Being so close to the border in Mexico, like it's a very taboo thing still in a lot of families.
No, and listen, and speaking of that too, it's so funny because I don't really care about mask or femme. I have like dated the biggest queens. In fact, like I always tell people, I prefer really feminine guys. Like, you know this. Like,
Oh yeah.
I love me a little pink crop top wearing bottom. Okay, like I love it. I have no problem with it. There's no mask for mask. But if you are masculine, that's cool. I've dated guys with fucking beards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't really care. Like the spectrum is so like out there for me. And I think that has to do with me being comfortable with myself. And I know the gays, save your comments. Oh, it's just a preference. It's just a this. It's just a that. Save it, bitch. I don't care. Like this is just me.
Yeah.
I'm very, very across the spectrum with like my taste.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like the separation in our own community, like with ourselves and and I've had like, I remember like this Middle Eastern guy told me like, oh, like, yeah, you're my type, but you're just like too feminine. And he goes, but I like the way you look though. And then he like suggested that like maybe we just hook up. And I said, oh.
Yeah, there it is.
So what about me and my big ass personality thinks that you're just gonna use me?
Yeah.
I was like, and then you think you're gonna fuck me and not take me out to dinner first? Oh, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you're joking, right? Like it's just like.
But it really is. I mean, it becomes this whole of like, it's kind of annoying. It's just. They don't want to be part of the stereotype, but they lean into the stereotype so heavily of like, oh, well, we don't want to do this or we don't that. And they pull in all this like hetero trauma that they've had from their past of either their parents or society or
and the gays that are like that, ask them about their family lives, ask them where they're coming from. They're like, no, he's just not masculine enough. I'm like, what happened, baby?
Yeah, who hurt you?
And it's and I'm not like belittling that. Like there are people that need to like, you know, work through their trauma.
Yeah.
Not everyone comes from like the environment that I have, and also like where I came from has its own issues. Like I got my own daddy issues, like that have nothing to do with being gay at all.
Yeah.
So I'm very sensitive with things like that, but just don't shame someone for being femme.
Right.
Like, why are you shaming this guy?
Exactly. It's like everyone has their likes, their dislikes. There's 50 shades of everything in between, and it's like if they're not hurting you, they're not hurting anyone else, they're not being disrespectful, they're not being rude, they're not being any of that. why do you care? And it's like, also, why do you have to go out of your way to use either a comment section, to use text in your Grindr or other social media platforms to say specifically, no this, no that, no that, and like it's like,
well, what is it? No fats, no femmes.
No fats, no fats, no femmes, no But like, it really is, and it's just like, we already dealing with too much crap in this world to
also,
like.
Who asked you?
Yeah, exactly.
Who asked you what you wanted? Like, I don't really care. You could just respectfully not respond.
There's already things in your signing up of the profile that you can click that excludes or includes. Like, you don't need to say it. You don't need to do all those things. We don't need to know. We don't want to know.
Let's use a filter. My favorite is are you mask?
Oh, right.
Baby. And my response is always for mascara with a little nail emoji. I'm like, I hate that. If you ask me that, I don't even want to talk to you. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Now I'm like, who the fuck am I going to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race with? Like,
oh my gosh.
Who am I going to like discuss about like all this queenie shit with? And I think that's why I've always liked femme guys. And I've even like told Juliet this too. I'm like, because I feel like, oh, like that's there, but then we can also like kiki and tee and about, about all that crap. Because that's a part of me also, you know what I mean? And I don't think that you should like stifle yourself or like try to act more butch. And like, bitch, even if I wanted to put bass on my voice, I couldn't. So
no, you can't. I've heard him sing. He's incapable of going below that tenor level. It's just that bass is just like unobtainable.
The beard is my bass. The beard is my bass. That's all I was like, damn. I was like, if I'm gonna be a top, I gotta be convincing, bitch.
Oh my god. You know what though? It is true. The bass is in your face. That's exactly where it is. He does RBF, resting bass face.
Not the bass face. I didn't wait.
No. Again, the beard can hide a multitude of sins. But no, it's really like, why do we as queer men have to not just attack other queer men, but like people from the trans community, people, the lesbian women? Like, it's too many times it's like we see our own insecurities and have to immediately lash out, and it's like, what did they ever do to you? Like, be nice.
No, and like, what's so crazy? And I'm sure like anyone that follows me knows that like I hang out with a bunch of lesbians. Like, this is no secret. And I had
He's a girl's girl.
Yeah, very that. And I had this one guy, he was like pissed off at me as usual. Who isn't? And he like made this comment. He was like, you can't have any like solid relationships with men. That's why you hang out with that biker gang. Like, excuse me?
Biker gang.
Granted, we all look back at pictures and they were like, damn, we do look like a biker gang. And I was like,
okay, first and foremost,
it's giving that. But I was like, it's not that I can't have relationships with men.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just that men always want something from me.
Yes, that is true.
It is, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is very hard for me to have relationships with men. I've had this discussion with even like a therapist before. Mm-hmm. It is like I have like trust issues just because I date them, so I see them in a different light. And it's true. Like, just when I think I'm gonna become friends with someone, and this isn't even like I think I'm so hot or anything like that. I think this happens with every gay guy. Yeah. Regardless of what you look like. Like, men always try it. Like, I think I have like a really, really good friend, and then 6 months in, like, there's a hand on my knee. Yeah. And just because we're drunk, like, I'm just like, it's like, no, I don't get off of me. If I wanted it, you would have known. In fact, you would have known the first hour.
Yeah. Hour. You're giving yourself
I would have totally. I would have tried.
For 60 seconds.
So what? Right. What makes it? Oh, I just like. And there's this one friend. I think you might know who it is. When he was just like, he messaged me one night randomly, and he was just like, let's just have sex. And I was like, why? And he's like, I just want to see what it's like. Ew. I don't know. Like, I just hear things and I just want to see what it's like to have sex with you. And I said, and he's got a husband. And don't get me, and now listen, before I get canceled, okay? Oh God. I accept everything. If you're in an open relationship and that works for you, congratulations, bon voyage. I love that. No judgment.
Love that journey for you.
But I don't know why y'all love me so much. Like, I'm done with it.
I don't know. I don't know why people love you so much, honestly. It's just
I ain't trying to sleep with you and your husband, okay?
No. But it's so funny because like he says it like this, but it's like, quite frankly, it's not as a ton. But it was like when it happens, you're just like, that's not where I'm trying to go with this. I'm actually trying to be like friends and trying to like get to know you and see if we can hang, we can have fun. Like, if something happens later, okay, cool, whatever, yay. But like, you're not the kind of person that goes out with the intention of like, this is a conquest. This is a person I need to like overcome and succeed and like all these things. And it's just like, we don't have to be this sex-driven stereotype of a society. Well, not just of queerty. And like, why does that, like, why can't you just like let a guy just be a guy? And if it happens, it happens. Awesome. If not, like, okay, party.
No, exactly. Like, do you? But I think when I like when you make it clear, hey, I love that for you guys, but I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it needs to be left alone at that point.
Yeah.
Do you know
no,
what I mean?
it should be.
Yeah, I mean, I just recently, and like I'll say, like I got my feelings kind of hurt. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I really, really connected with this guy who has a husband.
Yeah.
Like on a friend level.
Oh,
had so much conversation with him. Like I was like getting very kiki with him. Like, oh my god, like I miss you. Da 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 da. Like the way that I miss like when I say I miss you, like I tell you I miss you all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? It was very cute. All of that.
Yeah.
And I really, really connected with him, right? And then it's just always constantly. Every time that I hit him up to hang out, it was always like, so like, are we gonna fuck later? Are we gonna do this later? It just devalued me.
Yeah.
And I felt like a piece of me. And then one day I just told him, I was like, look, obviously, like you value this friendship a little differently, if it even is a friendship.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like, I don't. It was always just like a plot with him.
Yeah.
He would come out like if I said, okay, yeah, for sure, yeah, we're gonna have sex tonight.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? It's just like, and then it just, I don't know, I got the ick, and I was like, okay, well, goodbye.
Thank you.
Let's just be. Why can't we just be friends? I don't get it.
Thanks for the memories. But it really is, and it can kind of get you a little down because, quite frankly, a lot of times it becomes some people's only relationships, and it's like, oh. Like, how do you know this person? Oh yeah, we hooked up this together. Oh, you know this person? Oh yeah, it just becomes like 50 Shades of Incest, which I can't like speak to because we've all had our moments. But
now hold on now.
No, ma'am. That's for later. That's for another episode.
No, I'm not gonna say I haven't done some things. Okay, no.
I hate saying I've done some things. And some things.
I've ruined some of my friendships. Okay,
Right.
Like I'm not in the past. I don't do that anymore.
Insane.
But you know.
Yeah, and it's really hard, and I feel like sometimes we tend to not get out of our own way when it comes to that, and it's difficult. And again, it leads back into the stereotype that gay men are just sex crazed like lunatics, and that's the one thing on their mind, which quite frankly, as men, we've been told that our whole life.
And sometimes it is, and that's fine. Like I'm not judging it. I'm more so just like I just get a little sad when like I can't. So yeah, back to like having male friendships.
Yeah.
It is more difficult to have bonds with just gay men that are platonic.
Yeah, true.
That there hasn't been like, oh, like remember I was dating this guy in New York one time, and I think I told you about him. We were doing the whole back and forth thing.
Yes.
And yeah, and like looking back, I'm mortified because I was such a nightmare dating him, and he's gonna see it because I'm such like I'm friends with him still. And so I remember like I was like 25 years old and a total jealous nightmare. And like we went into dinner, and he basically just told me straight up, he's like, yeah, I mean, these are all my close friends. He goes, but like I've slept with all of them.
Oh wow.
Mind you, there was a lot of people at this table. Girl. So, and you know me and my prudish ass. I was just kind of like, wait, everybody in this room?
Yeah.
And he was like, I mean, yeah. And I was like, ugh. And I got so upset. I couldn't even like see straight the rest of the night. And obviously that was ridiculous, right? Like I feel like for someone that's prudish, I'm very liberal about other people's sex lives. Like, do whatever you want. Right. But like for me, like if we're just fucking around, we're just fucking around. But if we're gonna like date, then I don't know, I expect certain things. Like if you want to court me, that's a very different thing.
Oh dear God. Court.
I said it.
You want to court me?
Do you want to court me, sir?
Oh dear God. This is why I can't take her out in public.
No, but for real though, it's just like I don't know. It just gets disheartening a little bit sometimes. So.
It does, and I can totally understand it. But first of all, if anyone ever comes for his girls, like biker gang, you be so lucky. Those chicks will so fuck you up. Like I know. Oh my God. First of all, we talk about Juliet all the time. That is his best girlfriend. That is his Judy. And that woman is, first of all, freaking amazing. Second of all, that is mommy and daddy. Yeah, like exactly. that woman is just like grace in class. And it's just like, and I don't usually get along with a lot of lesbians either because I am the of all of it. And she is just fun. And the group of girls she tends to hang around are very much like that. They go out, they have a good time, they get crazy, they cause drama. They're basically gay men without all the 50 other shades of BS. And I think it's why I like them so much. It's like they really just, we all resonate so well together. And they're such a fun group to be around. And I will go, hey, he was mean to me. She will go kick your ass.
No, and we're also like friends. Like we hang out like more out. I mean, it's pretty 50-50, but we do. I feel like we hang out even more outside of the club. And I value,
you two do, yeah.
Yeah, I value those friendships so much more. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that friendships that I have in the club are bad.
No.
But I just like I love that. Like we met. I was literally the way that I met her. I was like fucked up. It was a Sunday, honey.
What?
Oh,
No,
baby.
say
I was
so.
3 sheets to the wind. And I was at Beaches and I looked down and I see this little 5'3" girl and I said, I fuck with you. And like that was it. Like it was off to the races from there. The rest of the night I don't remember, but
which again he remembered the important part. So
yeah. I
I
remembered her.
Yeah.
And then I think we stuck together for the rest of the night and that was it. And circling back to what you said about West Hollywood, like you meet people there. Yeah. It's true. Like when I go to any city, I'm like, tell me where the gay part is.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna stay. That's where I'm gonna go. Because there is, as much as we are divided, we also come together. Yeah. Granted, we may divide again at the end of the night, but we came together to get there, okay?
I think after a while you do find out that people tend to be like, you know what? And that's the thing, like you hear this a lot too, and I've heard this a lot in West Hollywood. It's like you're family now, and it's not the blood family, that kind of stuff. 90% of the people here, I feel like, have made new relationships that are the relationships they have, that they consider family, their best friends, their ride or dies, all that stuff. Like I have barely anything to do with most of my family, and some of the relationships I made here are people that have basically taken the place of my brothers, my sisters, like my things like that. Yeah. And I would like literally die for them. And my parents would be like, peace, have fun in hell. So like you really start to see that some of the relationships you make here are like super and so important.
Yeah, the few.
It is very few.
Yeah, the few.
And it's unfortunate sometimes.
No, it
can be a little disheartening.
No, and what I love is like, you know, the gays that like hate you, and then like you start going places and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, let's just squash it. Yeah. Or like they just like come up to you and act like nothing ever happened, and I was like, oh, so was this before you like called me a whore and pushed me down the stairs? Like, before or after that?
Showgirls.
Do you remember 2018? Because I don't know. It wasn't the same narrative back then.
It was, but it can be like that. And it does. You get some sort of either notoriety or you are someone that can get them somewhere, get them something. Like then you move up and like, and I think a lot of times in Los Angeles, people tend to treat the relationships and connections they make like their little black book. You remember those?
Not the little black book.
Gen Alphas, little ones.
The favorites list on Grindr.
Right, yeah, right. Exactly. The favorites list. Your top 5 on MySpace.
Sponsor us. Yeah, us. Sponsor us.
But it is like you start to get treated like this is like, oh, well, you got me into this and you can give me this and you go to these places and you know these people. And then it starts to be like, oh, okay, I want you not for you, but I will look past every ounce of beef we had. And now, like, okay, now we can be besties. Yeah, because I want something from you.
No, yeah, it's true. Like even in the club, like I just feel like when we go, you know, a friend of mine, well, David, shout out to David. You know this David.
Which David?
My old boss at the Nordstrom E-Bar, mind you. Yes. You know, the iconic
Miss
Iconic barista with the tight shirt. Yes, welcome to the stage, Daniela.
She always has the tightest shirts.
Baby girl.
So tight.
He was like, you know what WeHo is? He's like, there are some people that WeHo has ran through, and there are some people that run WeHo. Mm-hmm. He goes, and I gotta give it to you. He goes, I hate you, but WeHo does not run through you. And I said, you know what? That's the sweetest thing you've ever said. Because like it's true, like we go out, like, and also like I don't know if you've noticed, but like a lot of gays, they hang out with other gays that look exactly like them.
Oh yeah.
Oh baby, it's like my friend
tops. Chapel.
Don't ruin my drinks there, baby. And you know I love that.
I'm not ruining my drinks.
No, but wait a minute. That guy Tristan just bought the Abbey. So Tristan, if is this thing on? Okay. I love the Abbey. Like, if you want to go into business together, call me. But fix the music, girl. Because that's the only reason why I leave. Give me some Kim Petras. Oh, yeah. Give me some Slater. Give me the bops.
You know, honestly, Donna, the DJ,
she's fire.
She is the only reason I will ever stay.
When she's there.
Yeah, when she's there. Absolutely. Because I hate going to the Abbey too sometimes, where I'm just like, it's the same thing. It sounds like the top 40 EDM track remix.
This thing is...
she pulls out the party, and it's always so much fun when she's there. But it is like you have a few places that will tend to be like, okay, you sound the same as the last 40 other bars I've been to. Like, come on, like give us something to dance to, give us something to like enjoy,
Right.
like make us want to like be here. And
instead it's all the gays that look like each other looking like they're bored as hell. Like
No.
they've never had a conversation in their lives.
No.
Just like sitting all together. That's why like one of those like, you know the chapel gays, honey. You know the type.
Oh, I know.
Tight shirt.
All the ones that
that.
sit by the VIP spaces
there's
and
been
those
a few-
tables in the middle.
Oh, baby. There's been a few that have talked to me, and when I tell you, it is like, call Sharon Williams, honey. It's like watching paint dry. I've never in my entire life, like, it is the most vapid conversation. Yeah. And also, why are you deep in it? I know you don't talk like that.
Oh, when they butch it up for Jesus,
Baby.
Yeah. I know. I love that.
Meanwhile,
I love that. No.
you walk in the Chihuahua in a tutu the next day with your shirt off, walking on the boulevard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't with all that.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, unscrew the screw in that wrist.
Listen up a little bit. Just little flop.
No. And the most masculine ones, those are the big old bottoms. Meanwhile, I'm over here with my purse out, and I'm topping the city. Not topping the city.
Okay,
that's
remember, sis, just because you sit on top, it doesn't make you a top.
No. Let me tell you something. I do not top the city. I don't know why I say things like that, but
because it's your own internal monologue. It's your fun little like I top the city, and then 5 minutes later she's like, "Daddy."
I top.
Like that.
It was one time.
I'm putting this into your shot.
It was one time. Okay, maybe twice, but it was 2 times. No, but I'm not one of those tops that's like afraid to like bottom. Like I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my god, bottom. Like in fact, if you're a top, that's never. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at the camera when I say this.
Oh dear God, not eye contact.
If you're a top that's never bottomed and you're calling yourself a top, I don't believe it. I don't believe you because you're the one that's gonna be a big old Nelly bottom, like taking loads in a back alley. I'm sorry. Like no. You need to have bottoms. You need to know. Also, like, how dare you? Like, these tops are just, like, shoving it in. Like, if you have bottom before, you know what to do. It makes you more in tune. You know, like, body language, things like that.
Also,
it's not giving.
Sniffies sponsor us.
Oh, my God. No, he's the one that taught me what that was, actually.
And
I didn't even know what it was. I should tell you. Like, he and this has been out for, like, a year already. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, what is that?
It's been out for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
is it giving, like, Adam for Adam? I just aged myself. Let me shut up.
Men for men, Adam for Adam, homo.com.
Daddy Hunt.
No, Manhunt. No, it's a Manhunt.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. How old are we? Did we just say how old we were on camera?
Daddy Hunt. Tell me why I was on there.
Because again, you're 2 extremes, either Twinkie boys or beef bear daddies.
I know. It's so weird.
Actually, I take that back. Not like always, but it's just like sometimes you'll go to extremes where I'm just like, girl.
No, my type is very extreme.
Yeah, it's either
one or the other.
It's either chapel or it's eagle.
All that. Yeah.
Just that. Shout out to all the places we
God.
go and
Daddy
cause trouble.
Hunt. I did have that profile when I was younger.
Oh God.
I was like 21.
Adam for Adam. That's how I met my.
This is not helping my like sugar daddy case. I mean, I don't have my bills paid, but like I should.
Girl, if we had, honestly, okay, anyone who ever has read either him or me for thinking that we have sugar daddies, if we had sugar daddy sis, we would be filming this from Belize. Like,
baby, if I had a sugar daddy, I wouldn't have put this on my credit card. Okay? So
Wait,
whatever daddy that is, pay for it.
Right? Seriously.
This daddy's alleged daddy in the comments, please pay for it.
Right? Show yourself, because I didn't know you existed. But
only,
apparently everyone else did.
There was only one daddy.
Just only one.
You.
You.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You were the daddy, pseudo. But no, I think a lot of people can have a lot of presuppositions about Los Angeles and West Hollywood. And quite frankly, yes, a lot of them are true, but you really see that's like the few 10% you always hear screaming out the loudest, and quite frankly everyone else is really normal and really fun. And I think that's the thing a lot of times gets missed, like especially with Hollywood. It looks like a hot mess. It can be a hot mess. However, I've met so many amazing and fun friends and great experiences, and it's just like it's really cool to know that you can build community there. And again, like I said, I'm almost 12 years now next year, and I have done some of the most amazing things, experienced some crazy stuff that I would never be able to experience anywhere else. And it's all right here at my fingertips. Like the mountains are 3 hours away.
Yeah.
The beach is an hour. It's only 5 miles, but it's an hour.
The beach is 5 miles.
No, not really.
Isn't the nearest beach Malibu?
No, Santa Monica, sis.
Oh, No shade. I don't step foot in Santa Monica. I'm sorry.
She has.
If a guy tells me he lives in Santa Monica, baby, you can come to me. I'm not going there.
No. Well, no, you always go there. You never host.
I don't even want to go.
Host. You never host.
No, not at first.
No, obviously, because you need to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to bed now. Bye.
No, I need to be able to. Oh my God, it's gonna sound so bad. You know what? Like, maybe I am a bitch. Catty Heron, you're a bitch. You're a mean girl. Like that's what the comments was giving. But
you are.
No, what I will say is that I don't. So I don't know. I think this is like me being part of the problem, the LA Jade. Is that like if I do meet a guy up, which is very rare, because all the guys that I've ever met that I've seriously dated, I've met them in person. I've never met them on an app. There's only one, Sacramento. That I met.
She who, well, I'm not going to talk about.
No, I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with him. No, he's amazing.
We're not going to talk about that.
Right. It was just very painful for me. Mm-hmm. So I met him on Tinder, but technically it was like half in person, half on Tinder. It's a long story, but I'm not going to get into all that.
Please don't.
But no, like I like to like be like, come meet me out at a bar or meet me out here like for a coffee. It's like I want to be able to escape.
Oh, she loves
I don't
her coffees.
I don't want to be stuck with you all night.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not feeling it, and 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not going to feel it. Because again, people in LA, like they come to meet you with a lot of pretense, a lot of bullshit, and I'm not interested in that. So if you're gonna just be yourself, I love that. Even if I don't see you romantically, like I'll want you to hang out with us for the rest of the night. Yeah. But a lot of people in LA, like you can just tell by the way they walk up. That.
The 50 Shades of hot shit.
Hi. I'm like, baby, nobody shakes a hand like that.
No. Yeah.
Also, like, why can't you give me a hug?
Also, I'm not greeting the Queen of England. May she rest in pieces. But like, no, it's like, it's one of those things you don't just be yourself. And that's the thing, it's like so hard sometimes. Like, yeah, there are times we all put our best foot forward and all that crap and like making good first impressions. But like, for real, some people, it's just like, you see the facade walking in front of them, hiding everything they're trying to do, and for me that actually is a red flag.
Yeah, and also like when you have like that, because I love old Hollywood, and old Hollywood has that whole like, what was it, a transatlantic, it was like a fake accent.
Oh yeah. And
I don't know what it is about snooty gays and that damn transatlantic accent. Yeah. I'm like, baby, this is not 1955. You were not signed to MGM. I don't know what's going on here, but like, it's like charmed, I'm sure. It's like, yeah. It's like, baby, like you grew up in Reseda. Like, so where'd you pick that accent up from?
Right. Like,
okay, Dorit. From the Beverly Hills Housewives.
Or it's like,
I'm like, no, where'd you get that accent, honey?
Or are they like, or you find out like, again, no one has a real name sometimes, and it's just like, oh, that's not you. That's not your real name. That's not your real voice. Like,
what do you mean not your real voice?
Not your real voice. Like that whole, like, again, how you sound and how you present yourself. Like, this is not how you are. And then all of a sudden you're just like, then you start to get to them and you're like, oh, no, this all pretentiousness is like actually unnecessary. Yeah. Like, you're actually kind of cool. Or, oh no, you're a raging lunatic.
No,
and I will
this
stay
is
away
you
from
24/7.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're horrible. Like, I can't even like make a plan with you over text message without you being like snooty about it. It's like, oh girl, I don't have time for that.
It has literally become their personality, and has become their new, like, this is like, they've shut off, this was my old life, this is my new life, and I need to do this. And it's like,
what was that that thing, that movie where she's like, girl, I knew you when you had edges, or something like that. What was it? God damn, it was like from a movie. Like, she was trying to basically tell her, like, I knew you way back when.
Don't ask me to think. Like, I've drank since then. I can't know.
It was like back in the day, but it's just like, yeah, like, I don't know. Even when I go home to Miami to visit, they're like, hey, LA. I'm like, look, okay, maybe my wardrobe has upped a little bit. I got a better barber. But baby, I'm still a clown.
Oh yeah. Okay? I got that this year when I went to go visit. So my family currently, not where I grew up, most of it, but currently lives in Texas, and not just any part of Texas. Where? Lubbock, Texas.
What's Lubbock?
Northwest Panhandle.
Okay, so this is Austin. This is Dallas. Where's Lubbock?
West. Far west.
I'm not dumb. I swear, is that west?
is that what? I don't know. No, it's the part where it's like, okay, the part that sticks up, then comes down, then points out to the left side and does the little teapot looking.
Did you just draw a man, a stick-figured man? I don't know about all that.
I didn't draw shit, but I'm about to read you, sis. Anyway, it's a small town. I think it's not even really a small town, but still, it's like, I went back there and I kind of got like a bit of shit for being like, oh, you're LA, you're from West Hollywood. Like this. I'm like, yes, and?
No, but I kind of eat that up though.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I love it. because I do like, I mean, I do like, there are things about LA that has changed me for the better. I do dress a lot better. I do look different, I guess. So I eat that. Like, I mean, it's no shade to the people that want to like live in my hometown. Like, that's fine. But like, I'm also like gonna do me.
Yeah.
And also, when I was here, like, you already knew I was gonna leave, and you knew I was gonna become this.
Yeah.
So like, that's it.
You were warned.
Right? Exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I just like what? Because I did my hair.
Yeah.
It's like where I'm from over there, like Fort Lauderdale. I love Fort Lauderdale, but it's a very, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like San Diego in a sense. It's like very beachy.
Yeah. No,
So
very,
yeah, everyone's
point.
very laid back there, and like I'll literally show up in a full fit like this. Like I just don't underdress when I go out.
And they're like again the flannel button up shirt, and then like the board shorts or crop shorts, and then like sandals or some loose sneaker.
Baby, it's giving Old Navy.
But again, the good kind of Old Navy, and the fun, relaxed kind of Old Navy.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes. I'll say something. You look very comfortable.
Oh God.
You look very.
It's a very comfortable outfit.
I love that.
You look.
For you.
You look relaxed. You look.
Yeah, I love that for you, but unfortunately, I'm not feeling too relaxed right now. So, but anyway, so yeah, I mean, just to I guess wrap up this episode.
Yes.
Everything is like give and take. Everything has a good and a bad, right? I love Los Angeles. I'm never leaving unless it's for Europe. But
again, dear daddy.
Yeah, no, unless it's for Europe. I love LA. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's taken me a long time to make solid friendships here, but I feel like the friendships that I do have are my family.
Yeah.
Even more so than like in, I'll say it, Florida.
Yeah.
I like met, like I became who I am here. I like built up like my personality, my friendships, like everything that I have is because of the city. Even recording this podcast, like I if you would have told me like 5 years ago, like I'm gonna start a podcast, like I would have been like, why? You know what I'm saying? So exactly. I don't know. It's gotten me this far, and I just only hope to go further. I don't know. How about you?
It's the same thing. It's really helped shape who I am. It's helped expand my understanding, horizons, and like things I've learned that I would never have known except for the people that are here that tell you about either their community, their culture, and their diversity. And it's really helped me appreciate the world even more and how unique everyone is. And I think that's what I love so much about Los Angeles is everything's different, everything's unique, everything's authentic to itself. And it's really cool to go and explore that. And literally you can travel the world in your backyard here in Los Angeles. There's so many different places to experience.
You can meet everyone.
Absolutely.
It's like a one-stop. That's what I love about you. Just because everything begins and ends in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Everyone comes here. You can meet people that you never thought you meet.
Yeah.
Yep. It begins and ends.
It begins and ends. And that's how we met. And it's really amazing the people you get to experience through that. So,
by the way, we met on TikTok. Yeah. He was just a quick little anecdote. Is that how you say
anecdote?
That? Oh my God, I sound so dumb. But we met on TikTok. He was in my comments, and like I commented back, and we were just like kikiing back and forth. And I was like, "Where do you live?" And he was like, "What did you say?" I think you said like south of La Brea or something. I said, "Excuse me?" I said, "You live here?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait, girl, I think I live like 5 minutes away from you." And then we went out on a Sunday fun day because as everyone knows, Sunday is my day to shine, baby.
Because she has the next day off, and it's how she recoups.
I go to church.
No, the Abbey and chapel.
But anyway, so I think this concludes our first episode.
It does, and it's exciting. Thank you for coming on this journey with us.
Thank you. Even though the beginning was a little rough.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really, really excited about this podcast, and I can't wait for more episodes to come. So make sure you guys tune in. Okay, bye.
Bye.